I'm making skillet pork chops with an apricot bourbon sauce. This is one of my favorite weekday meals. This has minimal prep, it's healthy for you, with such incredible flavors of Dijon mustard and apricot jam and tomato paste and many other wonderful things. I think you're going to really love this.
You'll need a half an onion and mince it really fine along with a garlic clove. I have pork chops and they're center cut and they're bone in. You want them to be thick, about 1.5 inches at least, because they'll stay juicy. And now I'm going to salt and pepper them, and make sure you do this on both sides. This always adds great flavor to the meat that you're cooking. I'm going to prepare the sauce now, so I'm going to need 1/4 cup of apricot preserves. This one just doesn't have sugar in it, but you certainly can use the regular one that's sweetened. Now get 1 tablespoon of tomato paste ready. You can actually do this all in one bowl. I just wanted to measure everything out. And now I have 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. This will really pick up all of the flavors in your sauce. So put that aside. And now I have some Kentucky bourbon, and you could use brandy instead. You can buy small bottles of these if you don't use this a lot. Add that to a bowl and add your apricot jam in there and your tomato paste and your mustard. Now whisk everything together really well. Really break up that apricot jam and blend this and put the sauce aside. I'm measuring out 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I have 1/2 cup of pecans and I'm going to lightly chop them. They don't have to be too fine. This is going to be part of the topping along with these scallions, both the white and the green, and I have 3 of these. Put these aside. Now you're going to toast your pecans in a dry pan. You don't need any oil. You just want to get some good flavor on these and toast them till they're light golden brown. Then remove them from the pan. Just wipe the pan out with a paper towel. You don't have to wash it. Now I'm going to add my butter, and I've got the heat on about medium, and you want to melt that butter in there. This could be olive oil too if you really wanted to do it, but the butter really makes it taste great. Get your pork chops, and you're going to start adding them to the pan. Cook your pork chops for about 5 to 6 minutes on either side. Now I'm going to add the onions, and I'm placing it in between the pork chops and all around the edges. This will caramelize them and give them great flavor. So test your pork chops and make sure they're 145 degrees. That's really important. And now you're going to remove them from the pan and keep those onions in there and add your 1 clove of chopped garlic. Cook that for just about 1 minute. It's time to add your sauce. So get that in the pan, and you're going to cook the sauce for maybe, 4 minutes or so. This will blend together all those great flavors and cook off that bourbon too. Your sauce will bubble up and smooth out a little bit. And now you want to take your cooked pork chops and place them in the pan and rub them into that sauce. Make sure to coat both sides, and believe it or not, that's going to be plenty of sauce for your pork chops. After you do this, you can spoon on any extra sauce, as you can see, and here they are, ready to go.
The pork chops are done, and now it's time to garnish. They came in at about 145 degrees or a little bit higher, and that's really what I want.
Plate these individually so that you can add a little extra sauce on them, and you're going to put the garnishes on too. Sprinkle some of those scallions on top. Wow, what an impressive skillet dinner this is. I think everybody's going to really love this. It's time to cut into the pork chop, and look, it's perfectly done. And now it's time to taste.
Wow, that apricot bourbon sauce is so delicious. And the pork chop is really juicy because it got to cook off a little bit in that sauce. So there you are, a new skillet dinner to have in your weeknight rotation or anytime, and please enjoy. If you'd like to be a supporter of my channel, please go to ko-fi.com and you can make a small donation and buy me a cup of coffee. You'll see the link in the description box below.